Grace, who is aged 15, says she came from Chikudu County in South Sudan. Grace's father, Anthony Kuria, died in 1915, leaving behind 7 of Grace's siblings stranded in South Sudan. But as the fighting intensified in South Sudan, 3 of her siblings were also shot dead as they fled from an attack by the rebels fighting President Salva Kiir's government.
I lost my father in 2015, but nobody can pay for me school fees.
Grace is one of the unaccompanied children looking for their parents in Palabek refugee settlement in Lamwo district in northern Uganda.
South Sudan is not good because there it is difficult as a child to stay there without school.
Palabek refugee settlement has a population of about 37,000 refugees from South Sudan, and of the 700 children in the settlement, 264 recently crossed to Uganda without a mother or father. John James Obare is also among the suffering children living in Palabek refugee settlement in Lamwo district. Obare's mother too was killed during the war in South Sudan.
Yeah, my mother was killed and I just got her, just lined, and we continue running with my sisters. And my father is a soldier. I don't know where is he now, because he was taken to the front lines, and up to now I don't know where is he.
And to some of these children, the memories of how their parents died during the war in South Sudan remains fresh. Planning
A person died, you can cry.
They were knocked by the guns during the fight, and now they have chronic injuries.
International Uganda, a child rights organization, has responded to the plight of 264 children who recently crossed to Uganda without their parents, providing non-food items worth 170 million shillings.
Plan International is responding to immediate needs of a group of 264 unaccompanied minors who crossed over and were brought to Palabek settlement this spring. We're providing a distribution that will provide these children with shoes, scholastic materials, mattresses, and sanitary products for the adolescent.
Aresteran, the regional emergency response manager, says they remain committed to increasing the children's well-being in a safe and protected environment. The organization is also concerned that many of the unaccompanied children are girls who require an immediate intervention due to their vulnerability.
The refugees living in Uganda, 80% are women and children, hence plans focus on girls and women.
The war in South Sudan still remains the most horrifying crisis, leaving more than 1 million South Sudanese take refuge to various camps in West Nile and other parts of northern Uganda. It is estimated that about 50 refugees are crossing into Uganda daily.
South Sudan refugee crisis is one of the largest refugee crises in the world, but here in Uganda there is a massive funding shortage to take care of this population.
With the recent signing of the peace agreement between President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar, some of these children are hoping that perhaps they will reunite with their parents who could still be alive.
Now, if they want to be the leaders and they're killing us, so how do they feel? And I want to tell them, let them leave fighting and for us to stay in South Sudan.
And as peace slowly returns to South Sudan, what is the future of these South Sudan citizens growing up with no parents in their lives if this young nation expects to have responsible citizens who will prepare their country to greater heights? Jingo Francis, NTV.